Welcome to Wrestling with God, where we take on the big questions with honest conversations. I'm Cliff Sims, and today we're diving into a debate that has shaped history. Can faith and science coexist? For some, science and religion seem like rivals, one based on facts, the other on faith. But is that really the case? Let's wrestle with it together. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Why do so many people believe that faith and science are in conflict? Historically, there have been moments when religious institutions resisted scientific discoveries. Galileo's battle with the church over heliocentrism is a famous example. And today, debates over evolution, cosmology, and medical ethics continue to fuel this divide. But the real question is, does this conflict have to exist? Or have we created a false choice between faith and science? Science is powerful. It helps us to understand how things work, from the vastness of the cosmos to the intricacies of DNA. It has cured diseases, advanced technology, and expanded human knowledge. But here's something to consider. Science explains how, but it doesn't answer why. Take the origin of the universe. The Big Bang Theory, one of the most accepted explanations for the beginning of everything, describes how the universe expanded from an incredibly dense state. But why was there something rather than nothing? Why are the laws of physics so finely tuned for life? These are the questions that science alone struggles to answer. Here's something that might surprise you. Modern science was largely pioneered by people of faith. Think of Isaac Newton, who saw his work as uncovering God's design. Johannes Kepler, who described planetary motion, famously said that he was thinking God's thoughts after him. Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics, was a monk. Far from being enemies, faith and science have historically gone hand in hand. The belief that the universe is orderly and rational, a foundational assumption of science, aligns with the idea of a creator who designed it with purpose. One of the biggest areas of tension between faith and science is evolution. Some argue that evolution disproves God, but does it? Many Christians, including prominent scientists, see evolution as simply a method God used to create life. Others take a different stance. But here's the point. Wrestling with these ideas doesn't mean faith and science can't coexist. And what about miracles? Science operates on observable, repeatable phenomena. Miracles, by definition, are exceptions to the natural order. Does that mean they're impossible? Not necessarily. If God exists, then the idea that he could intervene in his own creation isn't irrational. It's just beyond what science can measure. So what's the takeaway? Faith and science don't have to be enemies. In fact, they can complement each other. Science helps us understand the mechanics of the universe, while faith speaks to meaning, purpose, and morality. If you're skeptical about faith because of science, I encourage you, dig deeper. Read about scientists who believe in God. Look at the philosophical questions that science alone can't answer. And most importantly, keep asking questions. Faith isn't about ignoring evidence. It's about seeking truth. At the end of the day, both faith and science are about the pursuit of truth. Maybe, just maybe, they aren't at war, but are two sides of the same search. What do you think? Can faith and science coexist? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe, share, and join me next time on Wrestling with God. Until then, keep searching. The music for this podcast was brought to you by Beat Mechanic.